everyone. It's Brother Chris here, and on the other line, though, is Gypsy Lady Eva. We're going a little bit early right now because of actually some thing came up, so we do apologize for this. But we hopefully hope you're having a great Easter weekend. We're going to be doing some live readings for you guys all together. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
Cat slept with me last night, so that was a good thing.
That is so good. So
Yeah. She's such a sweetie.
Yes. That's going to be one of our topics that we're going to be discussing shortly is about pets actually sleeping with you and growing attention to you. That's one thing that we're going to talk about. But yes, Cheryl's on. So welcome, Cheryl. Welcome everybody else that's actually in. So already though we're a little bit early. So what's going on for Easter for you guys down over there in Michigan?
Nothing. My brothers and sister are taking my mom out of the home for Easter dinner in a little place called Saginaw. Sandusky, Michigan.
Yeah.
They've got some really good restaurants there. And so they will be having Easter dinner together. And that's about it.
Yeah. So that's like gosh. Well, I'll let you know for us though, we're going to be heading out actually to the city of Guelph though, right where we're going to be doing actually a lot more vendor markets there. So yeah, if you want to be able to check out information, check in the Content Lot podcast. If it's vendor shows find out right where we're going to be. But yeah, so a lot of great things have happened. You said it was a little bit nippy right down there.
Not so much nippy as rainy. It looks like it's going to rain again. There's all kinds of clouds out there. And do you remember, was it last week or the last show that we did, I said there was an eagle that landed outside my window?
Yes.
That eagle has come back different times. I just thought I had to throw that in because it just amazes me.
All right. So somebody's asking though, can you turn up the volume a little bit on your end?
I think I have it as high as I can get it.
So.
Yeah.
So let me just turn that up a little bit, actually there, and turn that up a little bit better. There we go. Hopefully the person can actually hear now. But yeah, so you said the eagle's back. Is it a bald eagle or is it just a normal eagle?
Whatever eagle is flying around here, it is definitely an eagle. It's not a hawk. It's huge. I didn't realize eagles were that big until they kind of get up close.
Yeah.
And fortunately, we don't have any cats outside, so pickings are kind of slim.
But yeah, no. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, but the field next to our lawn or next to our yard is a cornfield, so there may be stuff out there that's drawing him in, her in, it in.
Okay.
The eagle in.
Right.
The eagle has landed.
I love that. I love those, especially with the movies. I always say the eagle's landed. But yes, so we do actually have some great stuff going actually in today. Over here in Ontario, my area though, it was gorgeous this morning. It was a high of 19. Now it's down to 17. It's not as bad as weather though that we've actually received here in Ontario with the ice storms though that we had last month, and then also with the rain though that we've also got. I know though that last month though you guys really didn't have an ice storm, or did you guys?
Well, it sleeted, but we didn't have any accumulation of the ice. Oh, and believe me, we do get them here.
Okay. All right.
Boy, do we get them.
Yeah. So are you ready for our special guest that's coming up on next week's show?
Yes, I'm getting excited about it. I was thinking it was today that we're doing it. Never mind.
No, next week. Yeah, time does go fast.
Some of us are really astute and others are just really stupid.
Yeah. It's like gosh. So next week though, for everybody, tune in actually Podbean, since we're live here on Podbean, and also we're live actually on YouTube. Next week, though, we're going to be having a special guest. His name is Christopher Allen Burt. I'm sorry if I pronounced the last name wrong. He is well known to be actually on TV shows. That's right, where you guys have seen him. He's been actually in the Talking a Lot podcast in the past. And also this time, though, he's going to be actually joining us here in the Divine Oracle podcast. It's going to be great to talk to him. He is Indigenous, so we'll be talking to him about a lot of great things. And he's also into UFO stuff. So, and that brings up about our following guest comes May, which is going to be Wanda Hewer. Wanda Hewer will be sitting in with Eva. It's going to be not live like how you guys can see us. It's just going to be them chit-chatting about UFO stuff. I know that's one thing that you're going to be quite excited for.
I am.
So,
I joke a lot about the aliens and that sort of thing, but yes, they are real.
yes.
I do believe that there is life out there. Do they visit us? I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, just recently they found a whole bunch of other stuff past actually former Pluto. They found a whole bunch of gases out there and ice out there, also what they found. So, yes, never know exactly what's all out there.
Well, there was just something on the TV, too, and they were talking about, I think it's like 400 light years away from us. And from what they've been discovering, there are things in the atmosphere that indicate there is indeed life there as we know it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's tremendous. But like I have said to different people different times, you can't have a universe, well, you can't even have a galaxy the size that we're in and not have other life out there.
That is so true. That's so true.
And now, whether it is life as we know it or life that's a little different, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So it's pretty much close to 2:00. What we're going to do is we're going to start with readings. If you guys would love to get some readings done, please type in actually your question and make sure that there is a question mark. Please make sure that there's a question mark. That way we know for sure if it's a question or if it is not. So yes, we'd love to actually hear from you guys. And also, if you guys are on Podbean, unfortunately, Podbean, I keep on having to turn my head sort of like this to see if there's any messages popping in. But yeah, we're always actually posting on Podbean. So I had a weird phone call today from a best friend of mine. I would say my baby sister. Her mother had a second stroke. They usually say it comes within a short time. But yeah, her mother had a second stroke, and she would love to know if her mom is going to be having another one, or she said another one, or else if her mother is going to actually going actually into a home. So I know that's a 2-part question, but that's what she's actually asking for. So again, those, if you want to take part, please type in your questions. We'd love to hear from you. So shuffling right now.
Yep.
So, and for those on Podbean, what's going to go on those? We're going to describe the cards to you guys, what the cards look like, and again, we'll let you know what the messages are. So yeah. All right. So if Gypsy's ready, I'll let Gypsy lead and let her go ahead.
I'm still just kind of looking over the cards.
Okay.
The first card is the 5 of Rods. For those that can see it, there it is. It has 5 people with rods, wands, whatever you want to call them, sticks. And on this particular card, it doesn't look like it looks like they're kind of defending something. Okay? The next card is the Ace of Swords. For those that can see it, it is an ace, a sword, and not the whole sword. It's like just half of it. surrounded by some roses, and it's kind of like in a clouds. The clouds are behind it. The next card is the Hierophant or the priest, for those that can see it. Shows a gentleman holding his hands up in benediction, his one hand up in benediction. He's carrying a staff, which does look kind of like a Greek Orthodox type cross. And there are some keys down by his waist, which is a sign of a priest or a holy one, ordained one, if you want to put it that way. And I do have one more card, but that's the final card, and I'll get to that in a minute. But you ask if your mother is going to have another stroke. I don't think so. She may have some other health problems, but I don't think it's going to be another stroke. And if it is another stroke, it's not going to be all that horrendous. It'll be just a very slight stroke, probably just affecting the personality part of the brain. So she will have a definite personality change. I think they're giving her some new meds that are out there that might help, that are very good about helping with dealing with strokes and that sort of thing. So that's a good thing. And as for the last part of the question, the final card is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups? No, Four of Cups, excuse me. I don't know where I was counting five. For those that can see it. And the Four of Cups, I don't want to keep saying the Five of Cups. The Four of Cups shows a gentleman leaning against a tree, I think, with three cups in front of him, and the fourth cup being handed down to him from above through a cloud. And when I first saw that, I thought about the second part of your question. Are you going to need to put her in a home? And I think so. I think it's going to be the best for everyone involved. At first, she's not going to like it, but she'll grow to respond, and it'll help.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
did I do that right?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So we do have a question actually in, but we'll get to the question within a couple of minutes. I'm still continuing actually on with the first question though. In this one here, I'm using Denise Linn's cards, and the first card though is flowing water, and it looks like a sunset going actually with water flowing over rocks. The second one though I have though is Circle of Life. It's like a field with a whole bunch of circles actually going throughout it. One of those ones so that you can walk around for God knows how many hours and everything else. But that's what I'm getting there. And the last one though is Spirit of the Sky, and that one there has a nice, gorgeous actually mountain view with clouds, and it's got the sun. So what I'm getting those from the first card though, Flowing River, is basically though to do with actually since first question. I know her personally, but with the Flowing River though, things are going to be changing. Actually, things are going to be happening at a faster pace than what we normally realize. But the thing though is things always are moving forward. They're never setting still at all. And that's a good thing though, is things are moving forward. The second one though is Circle of Life though. And the Circle of Life though, it's going to go around and around and around. So what I would say though is right when you get to the center though, is basically though, is they're going to start realizing though that, hey, yeah, this is the way though that we need to be. This is all the positive stuff, not the negative stuff. Yeah, it's taken a long time, but again though, is things are going to be happening, for all that. And the last card, which is Spirit of the Air, and that one there is, if you're not too sure, since I know that you are Indigenous, ask Mother Earth and Father Sky, but more directly, actually ask Father Sky so that way you're dealing with Father Sky one-on-one. And the answers are going to come to you. They're going to come to you within the air. That's always the best way to do though. So many people don't listen to the air, and the air actually gives us a lot more positivity. All right, so our next question though is from Cheryl. And any messages from family who have passed on. So she's asking those with her deceased family if there has been any messages. Now I'm not going to use oracle cards. I'm going to use actually my tarot cards. So that's what I'm going to use. So just give us a couple minutes and we'll get going. If you guys have questions at all, feel free, please ask, and we'll actually get them out for you. Question marks. And again, those start paying attention to our Podbean. Our Podbean is right where you can find a lot of our great shows that are coming, and we've got over 800 shows there right now, and Podbean is free to upload. So yeah. All right. So again, the Gypsy Lady Eva, that's actually to do with Cheryl. She wants to know about family messages from past loved ones.
This is the next question,
yes.
right?
Yeah, that is correct.
When I just look at the cards overall, my first question is, I don't know if it's a mother or a grandmother. Is it Cheryl that we're
Cheryl,
talking to?
Yeah.
Cheryl, could you tell me that if it's a mother or a grandmother?
Love to hear that, Cheryl.
So I will start the reading, but
yeah.
I know it's from a female relative. The first card up was the Queen of Coins, which shows a woman apparently holding a big coin, and definitely a queen. She's got kind of the, what is it, ermine type coat. And that's why I was questioning or asking about the female relative.
Nightcrawler.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
No problem. Well, though that's going actually on. What's going to go on though is we got to put her on mute. All right, she's on mute. So I'm actually going to do my reading then. We'll come back actually to Gypsy Lady Eva. So again, I'm using actually tarot cards. The first card I have those Eight of Cups. For those that are watching right now, you can see that though it is an upside down one. It's basically of a plane, somebody leaving, and ancestors saying goodbye. Now this one here, since it is upside down, it is basically representing though that since the person's leaving, your ancestors are coming more or less actually into your life a lot more stronger. They're trying to reach out to you a little bit better, especially at this time of year. Again, they're saying hello, welcome, and everything else to you. Now, the next one though I have though is the Hangman. Now, the Hangman is upright. This one here shows of a person that's diving, and with this one though, even though it's a hangman, the hangman though is you need to dive a little bit more deeper within actually communication actually with your ancestors. Your ancestors are going to actually talk a little bit more back with you, but you need to dive actually within altogether. Most people think hangman is actually negative because usually it's the way it's represented. But this one here has a diver actually diving into the pool, and it is face up. So the next one though is a face down card though, and it's called the Man of Wands. Okay. Now what it is, so it's a police officer standing with his whatever stick you want to call it in his hand. But the thing though is it is upside down one. So basically though is even though your ancestors are reaching out to you, right, and you're supposed to dive in, you need to basically take a little bit more relaxed time. Don't be forcing things actually altogether. What's going to happen though is you're going to actually let everything flow within the right way. Now I did actually have one extra card though, right when I was shuffling though, the card popped out, and this one here is Seven of Cups. It is face up. It's of a person looking actually into the bookstore, and you're soul searching though is what I'm trying to what I'm actually picking up though is though that you're soul searching and you're trying to get actually the right way to direct. But what you need to basically do though is kind of back off, meditate, and think about what's going actually on within your own spiritual life. So yeah. Now Gypsy Lady Eva is back, and Gypsy, let you know, Cheryl did type back though. It could be either likely her mother.
Okay.
All right. So if you want to continue on with your reading.
Okay, that was the first card. The second card is the Ace of Swords, and it is a sword that is surrounded by two roses. It has roses on either side, clouds in behind. So it's like the way I interpret this is the fact that there's been some problems with relatives and that sort of thing that have already passed, but all that's going away because you're beginning to realize what's going on and you're more open to it, if that makes any sense. Open to it. Third card is the Eight of Cups. You see a gentleman, or you see someone walking away from the 8 cups that are piled, stacked in front. And the other thing that is interesting is there is a moon above that. It is I think a 3/4 moon, quarter moon, just a sliver of a moon. And the one thing about the moon is indicative of changes. And so you're on a journey of some sort that is going to take you where you explore some of the messages that are being given to you. And you definitely are being given messages. My suggestion is if you do have a meditation, a prayer, what would it be? Like not a meditation, but where you're praying and a vision comes to you or something comes to you. Same thing with that, and of course dreams, and the same thing with the meditation, where something will be given to you. Same thing with the dreams, the message will be given. You will recognize it. My suggestion is you keep a journal, because sometimes the images are not clear until later when they are explained in another message. If you understand that, if I'm clear about that. And this is what you're doing. You're starting on a new part of your journey where you're going to be exploring more connections with those who have passed. And you need to look at this with a very open mind. And the last card, or the come out card, or outcome card, boy, I'm not doing very good today, is the Knight of Swords. And you see a young man, or it could be a young woman, I suppose, in full armor, carrying a sword. So again, I want to say it's almost like you're giving the equipment to do this. And I use there would be air quotes around the equipment, but you're given what you need to understand the messages that are coming to you. Be open to them. Do not be fearful of them. And I think what the first card is telling me, that's the Queen of Coins, that you will have a guide with you. It could be your mother. It could be an aunt. It could be another person that you don't really expect, but will be there to help you on this journey that you're this new part of the journey that you're on.
So, all right. So hopefully that helps you out, Cheryl. But yes. All right. And for people actually on Podbean, though, is if you want to be able to get a question, if you want to type in there, or you can type in actually underneath YouTube, go right ahead. We'd love to actually hear from you all together. Always make sure that there's a question mark with us, and that way it's a little bit easier. That way we know if it is a official question or if it is to do with just chit chat amongst other people. This is a little bit better. So, but again, though, check us out on Podbean. We have a lot of great shows on Podbean. Podbean is a free app though that you can upload. Be able to check out Hunt and Live podcast and also Divine Oracle podcast. There's great shows all together, and working pretty much every single month on great shows for you. So, yeah. Alrighty, so don't want to be rude, but I know though that here actually underneath YouTube. We've been live for just over 25 minutes. I know the time said 2 o'clock, but we are apologizing because we're a little bit early. We got some stuff to do with. We got business to take care of that just came up. So hopefully you guys actually have a wonderful day. And check us out underneath Podbean. We'd love to actually hear from you guys and also get you guys to subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot for joining in. You guys have a wonderful day.
Okay, and thank you very much, and have a great weekend, and have a blessed Easter for those, and a joyous Passover. Did I forget one?
Hey everyone, check out our merchandise that we have now listed underneath HawkingLivePodcast.com. We used to be on Etsy, but we found a little bit of troubles with that, so we are now on HawkingLivePodcast.com with our merch store. Check it out. We've got so much items all together with cleansing items and crystals and so much more. Check us out on HawkingLivePodcast.com.